Hello guys, it's Jenny Jen the Plant Friend coming to you with another planty video. As promised, I said in a previous video that I would be showing off my top 10 variegated plants. And I don't know why I didn't get the one from over there, but we'll get it in a minute. Yes, so my top 10 variegated plants. So I'm going to start with, and I also said in that previous video that some of the plants that you saw in the previous video you will see again because they're variegated. And so yes. Okay, and so the first plant that I want to highlight is my huge variegated philodendron burrow mark variegata that's kind of reverted, that I recently propagated in a couple places, and she's already pushing out new growth. But yeah, so this guy is huge, as you can see. I can't even sit down and hold her, so I have to stand up. But I love the variegation on this plant, and look at that leaf that's tucked underneath. Isn't that beautiful? But the problem with the white is that it won't last for very long. But look at that. And so we have that one, and then on this side you have more variegation, and the yellow, it's so beautiful. That's a new leaf. But yeah, she's pushing out 2 or 3 new leaves from the top. Actually 4. I see so many. Oh my goodness. But I did propagate this guy, and I'll share the propagation in another video down the road. I just wanted to get her because she's one of the big boys, and I wanted to get her up in front of you guys first. But the burrow mark, she's growing in a self-watering pot. Let's see if I can pick her up. A self-watering pot. She is growing in leca. She's in this self-watering pot in leca. She sits under my Soltech Solution lamp grow light, and loves it over there. And so yeah, the philodendron burrow marks is our first plant. And again, I'll update you guys on the beautiful, stunning. But I'll update you guys on the propagation and how they're doing a little later, because I love this plant enough that I can have a second one. I believe it's okay. And then some I may use as trades, as I always do. But yeah, the philodendron burrow marks variegata is the first one. We're gonna go sit her down, and so the next plant is my Hoya macrophylla variegata. And most people don't think about this being a variegated plant, but it is. And so she is, look at that variegation. Look at that yellow variegation. And then she put out this completely yellow leaf. But she's pushing out a new leaf when they come in. It's so cute because I don't even know if the camera will pick that up. That tiny, tiny leaf there. Here, I don't want to knock it off, but that little red thing there. That's how the leaves come in, and then they just continue to mature. This guy did bloom for me earlier this year, but the second plant, she is in growing in leca in a self-watering pot. And I thought I saw another leaf, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, so the second plant is the Hoya macrophylla variegata. So we're going to put her back. So the third plant is another big girl. This is the second. I have 2 of these that look pretty much the same. I keep propagating this guy, and she keeps growing taller and taller. I don't know. I mean, I'm not complaining or anything, but I'm just running out of space. And so, whoa, it's a yellow leaf I was trying to pull off of there. But so the Syngonium albo variegata, again, I don't want to drop her, so I'm just trying to figure out how to show you guys the whole plant. I don't know that I'll be able to do that, but anyway, I'll just show you the top real quick. So that's the top of her, and she's resting under a grow light. She is in a leca pond mix on a moss pole slash well, they're both moss poles, but this one is one that I made, and then I backed it up just to give her some additional support. But yeah, I really need to do something. I'll probably cut this one all the way back and then just leave the other one. I don't know. I don't know. It's so funny. I can remember when these guys were so small, and now I'm just overwhelmed by them. But yeah, so the Syngonium albo variegata. Let me just check the water level while I have her here. Okay. This thing is not reading properly because it says it has water, but it has none. Oh God. Okay, I'll be back. Okay. All right. So that was plant number 3. Yeah, I got all of the ones from over there that I needed to talk about today. So the next plant is one that's dear to my heart. You've seen her. If you've watched any of my other videos, you've seen this girl. She's just been doing so well lately, but it's my heart plant, but it's my Thai constellation. I love this guy. This is the one that my husband bought me for my birthday last year or the year before. I can't remember, but lost all of his leaves. So all of the leaves that you see here came out in my care, and this one I've had to trim a couple times. Yeah, is that the one I've been? Yes, that's the one I've been trimming on. But my Thai constellation, she's growing in moss. She rests on a heat mat. I put her in this little terrarium because I was running out of room, and I really needed to get the roots. She has a huge root. I can't show you guys, but that's growing down, and I took it and cut it, and it looks like it has a little more root rot. That's the only thing. But this, guys, is not my only Thai constellation. This is the latest leaf that it put out, the last leaf. No fenestration, beautiful variegation though. And now looky, 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 surprise, surprise, surprise. So I told you last time that she was pregnant, and now she's pushing out. Looks like a girl. It's a girl. No, just kidding. Anyway, so I try and keep her, some good humidity and everything. And I just need to. I like keeping her in something clear so I can keep a check on these roots, because I've had so much trouble with this plant with root rot and everything. But I think she's finally settled off and she's doing well, and she has, what's that, 5 or 6 leaves now? 2, 4, 5, and 1 she's pushing out. So yeah, the Thai constellation is our 5th plant. I'm losing count here. So we did the 1, 2, 3. The 4th plant is the Thai constellation, and then we'll put her down there. She's in moss, so she's fairly light. So now we're going to talk about some of the new variegated plants that's been added that you saw in the last video, but you have to see again. I know, right? I don't want to break. If I break, don't say it. Just don't say it. The Florida Beauty. She is new to my collection, only by a couple days. She is growing in sphagnum moss and orchid bark. So she is the 5th plant. I hope to be able to show you guys a new leaf real soon with this guy, and then I am going to find some sort of support for her because I'm concerned about this leaf flopping all over the place. I don't want to lose it. I already ripped that off. I talked about how I accidentally pulled it out of the bag and ripped the tip off of this one, so definitely don't want to do that again. But yeah, the Florida Beauty is the 5th plant. And these are my top variegated plants. And so the 6th plant is my Ring of Fire. Look at her. I know you guys saw her in the last one, but you want to get another sneak peek. Isn't that beautiful? The Philodendron Ring of Fire. She is growing in soil. She is currently quarantined because she's only been in my collection for a couple of days. And these plants are still in, most of these plants are still in quarantine. So this is the 6th plant, the Philodendron Ring of Fire. Okay. And so the next plant you saw in the last video as well but it is the philodendron, which I still can't say the name, Periso Verde, something like that. I just saw fungus net. Go away. But yeah, but look at that variegation. Can you just not get enough of that? The philodendron Periso Verde. And then this one is also new, but it's a small variegated plant, I like to say. But that would be my Epiprimum variegata pinnata variegata, or variegata pinnata. I'll put it on the screen, but look at her. Yeah, so this is the 7th plant. I have totally lost count. Okay, so I think this is number 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 8, actually. Number 8. Okay, this is number 8. But there's not very much variegation on this. I do have a cutting that I got from my plant friend Iffy Plants. That's a very small babe, and I'll probably combine the 2 plants. But for now, she's getting acclimated to the space, and so is this one. So I won't be adding them together yet. But that is the plan: is to combine, because I'm running out of space too, but to combine the plants together. So the next plant is plant number 9, and you have not seen this plant in a while. You have seen her on my channel before because, again, I love her and I love how she's growing, and that would be my philodendron Jose Bono. I got this guy back in April before all the tragedy, but she was a small something. She's putting out very small leaves. I put a moss pole in her, and she started to upsize in her leaves, so you can see there. But do you see what's happening here? She's putting out a new leaf, guys. So yeah, the 9th plant, she's growing in pond. She's in a self-watering pot, and she actually sits on my dining room table right now because I had to, I'm not sure if she had thrifts or if I just thought I saw something. But anyway, I was doing a precautionary treatment on her, so that may have been what was happening. But yeah, the philodendron Jose Bono is the 9th plant of my top variegated plants. Actually, these are all of my variegated. Well, that's not true. I have some variegated Hoyas other than the one that I showed you, the Macrophylla. I have others, but they're not as variegated as these philodendrons are, I guess is why. I don't know. Anyway, let's just keep going. So we're gonna making room here. So the next and the final plant, top variegated plant, and you guys will probably see this plant on my channel for every video to the end of the year. Okay, maybe not. But last and certainly not least is my big girl, new Monstera Albo, with her new moss pole. This is the top of the top, creme de la creme. But no, this is one of the top 10 variegated plants that I have. This is the large girl, but I do have another one. I just want to make sure she's set down and not fall, but this one, so I'm pairing these two together. By the way, that's how I water my moss pole. I put these little, let me show you. There you go. So I can put that in there, and sometimes it will just stay, and I'm able to just let the water slowly drip down through the moss. But yeah, so this is the baby one that Iffy Plant bought me. You might have seen that video where there was a surprise and they played the you're cold, you're hot. And at that time it was one leaf, which is this leaf. This is the oldest leaf. And I think you saw in a video where I talked about spraying this guy down, and Not sure what happened here, but damaged the leaves. Well, since then, she's forgiven me, and she put out this leaf. She is growing in moss. She does sit on the same heat. Oh, that root has gone into the moss. Lovely. Let's see, is it? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so anyway, but the latest leaf that she put out, look how big it is. So she is starting to upsize in her leaves. That's it. Minimum variegation, still no fenestrations, but that's okay. But guys, she too is about to give birth. Actually, just a leaf that's about to unfurl. That's so cute. But yeah, if you can see it here, I don't want to do too much to it. I really need to secure this a little bit better. But this leaf here, she's about to push out. And so I don't know that this is working or if it's my imagination, but I started, whenever I see a tip of a leaf coming out, I would spritz that area. And it seemed to be helping them to unfurl faster. Or push out faster, I should say. I don't know if it's my imagination again, but yeah. So the Syngonium, the Monstera albo, whether it's the baby one or, oh my goodness, look at those roots. And I did just up pot this guy. I put her in a larger pot, put some fresh moss at the bottom to give the roots some room to grow down into, and that may be helping as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna just leave that like that. So those are my top 10 variegated plants that I currently have in my collection. They're all growing beautifully. Even though some of them are fairly new, I just feel like I've been doing this long enough now that I should be better, and so hopefully all of these will make it. But I love, as I just kind of glance over them, I'm just loving the variegation on these plants. And so yeah, but thank you so much. That concludes my top 10 variegated plants. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And as I always say, I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.